If I found someone who could prove that they were part of the British royal family,
Her son was James VI, whose son was Charles I.
and then married them,
You may now kiss the groom.
that would, by marriage, make me royalty.
I've also got a journalist from the Daily Mail who'd want to write a story about the whole thing.
And as a royal, I would only want to do one thing before I got a quick divorce. Give my favourite kebab van
Hi man, how are you doing?
the royal seal of approval.
So,
Are you serious?
absolutely serious.
But there was one thing that I hadn't taken into account.
Your marriage needs to have lasted at least 1 year. I actually cannot get a divorce. I need to find a member of the royal family who is willing to get married to me. Now, that is obviously quite a big job. There's also slim pickings of single royals. The Queen.
Oh, really?
The only other single royal is Prince Andrew.
No, it was a shooting weekend.
I've got a huge royal family tree up in front of me from 849 to the present. The British royal family is essentially made up of loads of different families. The Wessex, there was the Plantagenets, the Lancasters, the Yorks, the Tudors, the Stuarts. These are all different families who were at one point kings and queens in England. It's just currently the Windsor family tree. So if I can find someone who's a direct descendant from one of those families, they are a member of the royal family. I just need to marry one of their descendants. Then I could legally call myself a member of the royal family.
If there was a YouTuber whose audience had connections to the royals, it would be mine.
And what's your name?
Jasper.
The Fosh Pit. So I went onto Instagram to ask if anyone had a relation to a member of the royal family. And it didn't take long to get all sorts of attention.
So, that was rather fruitful. I've got a gentleman called Will, who says that he's directly descended from Mary, Queen of Scots, and James VI. James VI, he was the father of Charles I, but I won't bore you with the details. And he says he's got the actual physical family tree. I then said, if you provide the proof, are you happy to marry me? And he said, yeah, go on then. I've also got a journalist from the Daily Mail who'd want to write a story about the whole thing. They just love anything related to the royal family.
So with the proof in hand, it was time to meet my knight in shining armour.
Well, my potential husband. Good to meet you, mate. How are we?
First impressions were convincing as Will had bought the family tree in a Waitrose bag.
Is that the proof?
Yeah, that's it.
That is old enough.
And in that Waitrose bag was something incredibly valuable.
So, this is a book that's been in the family for how long?
Since 1798.
Oh my god.
These guys here, the High Stuarts are the Scottish royal family, the kings and the queens. And here she is, Mary, Queen of Scots.
Queen Mary was beheaded in England 8th of February 1586, which is true. And her son was James VI, whose son was Charles I.
Charles, yeah, he inherited the crown, but then James II got abducted during the Great Revolution. That's when we stopped.
So if it wasn't for Cromwell,
Yeah,
you would be...
I would be special, yeah.
You're already special to me, Will.
And I wanted to make this special man my husband, so I had one more question to ask.
Will you marry me?
I accept.
Fantastic. Luckily, I'm so glad you said that because I have already arranged the marriage and the person who is going to marry us. And it's going to happen today.
Today, okay, good.
No time like the present.
Now, to get married, you must do it on the grounds of an approved site that has a licence. So I got a qualified registrar to marry us whilst on the grounds of a local church.
Good morning, everybody. We're here today to witness the joining in marriage of Maximilian Arthur and William James. If any person here present knows of any legal reason why they should not be married, they should say so now. Our ceremony today, according to the civil law of this country, requires you both first to declare that you are legally free to marry, and then to state the contracting words that will unite you together as husband and husband. Do you, Maximilian Arthur, take William James to be your wedded husband?
I do.
Do you, William James, take Maximilian Arthur to be your wedded husband?
I do.
It gives me great pleasure to declare that you are now husband and husband. Congratulations. You may now kiss the groom.
I was a married man with blue blood coursing through my veins.
Would you like to sign the register?
Yes, I think I should sign that.
Now I have to admit that the wedding was slapped together quite quickly, and so I hadn't organised anyone to join me to be a witness. So I needed to find one, and fast.
I need a witness. Excuse me, guys. Hiya. I'm technically getting married. Excuse me, mate. I've just got married. Would you mind being a witness? Would you be willing to be a witness? No? No worries. I've just got married. Thank you very much, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've got married to a member of the royal family.
No way.
Yes way. So will you be a witness? Well, it's literally going to take two seconds. And what's your name?
Nina.
Nina, thank you so much. Right, not.
To your show at the Club.
Thank you very much for coming. A member of the Fosh pit, come to all the live shows, now helping me get married. What a story. Thank you very much.
Don't worry.
Thank you so much for being a witness.
That's when you're married.
Come here, my darling husband. Oh, it just feels so good. Right, royal procession time.
Keen to follow as many royal traditions as possible, next up was the royal procession. Also, as a royal, I wanted to have my own title, so please say hello to His Royal Highness Max Fosh, Prince of the Scilly Isles. That's actually a place in the UK, and I might have to move there because everything we do is silly to the max, so join the Fosh pit and subscribe. I wanted to do one thing as a royal, and that was to give back to my favourite food truck in London, SimSim. They go above and beyond for the Prince of the Scilly Isles normally by staying open past closing.
Hello mate, you still open?
If somebody not you, I'm not gonna make it.
Giving free shawarma samples,
Ah, thank you.
and generally being fantastic blokes.
My man.
Hi man, how are you doing?
I'm very well, man. How are you?
Oh, sorry man.
So, I want to give them the royal seal of approval. But what is that?
Right, I'm talking a lot about royal seals of approval. This is actually a thing in the UK. Every product that has been bought by the royal family or is used in the royal household has this little logo on it. So Mayo's got that, this Marmite has got that, and it says, by appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, basically says, this product is bought by the royal family. This French mustard doesn't have it because we remember what the French did to their royals. So by me being a member of the royal family, I can give SimSim the royal seal of approval. Now let's give away some lovely shawarmas.
So we arrived back at SimSim, and I wasted no time before giving my first royal address.
Ladies and gents, as SimSim is my favourite food truck in London, I've decided to celebrate that. So for the next 20 customers, get their wraps and shawarmas for free.
And the crowd went bananas.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
On special occasions, I know it's important that all royals do one thing: mingle.
Have you ever had SimSim before?
I'm not. This is gonna be my
This is your
first
first
one
time?
I'll do a bite on camera.
Thank you so
for
much. Wraps are free today. So
Are you serious?
Absolutely serious. God, big bite. I've married someone who's a member of the royal family, very technically, and so I'm giving SimSim the royal seal of approval. It's fantastic. One other happy customer for SimSim. You have chicken, lamb, halloumi. We've got everything here at the Royal SimSim.
Garlic sauce, chili sauce.
I was really hungry and really broke.
I'd like to announce that SimSim has the royal seal of approval. SimSim, my favourite Middle Eastern, and that the scissors won't cut. If you've never had SimSim before, you're in for an absolute treat. The seal of approval. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
everyone.
Thank you so much to everyone.
With the event a roaring success, my husband and I sat down for a honeymoon shawarma and to discuss our divorce.
My darling husband. Cheers.
With my mission complete, I now had a slightly awkward question for Will.
Can we get a divorce? Section A, is it an undefended case or a defended case? Are you trying to get me for loads of money?
I mean, you're probably trying to get me for money.
Oh yeah, probably am actually.
We signed the divorce papers, and with that, our short but happy union was nearly over.
Nice pen.
Thanks, mate.
Nice seeing you.
Be
You've got
married to
food
you.
down your shirt, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, thank you. Darling, you're always nagging at me.
Now, this was supposed to be the end of the video, but upon arriving home, I discovered a slight issue with the divorce papers.
So, I've just come back up to the flat quickly just to go through the divorce papers again, and I've realised something that's quite important that I hadn't quite realised before. in order to be able to officially get a divorce, your marriage needs to have lasted at least 1 year. I actually cannot get a divorce. I need to be married to him for a year. I think we can get an annulment though. So annulling the marriage is slightly different. Basically annulling the marriage is when there has been no consummation of the marriage. Bear with me because I'm just panicking just a slight amount. Hello mate. Oh, I should say darling. I've just quickly had a look at the divorce papers and it says that we can't get a divorce unless we've been married for a year. But don't worry, I've got a different plan. We can get an annulment immediately, as long as you can agree that we didn't consummate the marriage.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So if I send you those papers, could you sign them and get them back to me?
Yeah, I'll do it when I get back home.
Thanks, mate.
No way.
Okay, cheers.
Alright, cheers.
Bye.
Yeah.
Right, we're getting an annulment, and I think I've only been married for 43 minutes. It was fun being royal.